Hello there. Today we're going to give you an honest review of Eden Crafter's Ocean Worlds. This is going to be like a full review. We're going to show you everything about this game in this demo and talk about what's going to happen in the future for the full version coming out in October. So first of all, this here game is free on Steam. You have to go to the Eden Crafter's game right there and then find some window in like the bottom corner somewhere, and then you click on that. It should be obvious, and you click on that. Then you can get over to the part where you actually can download this demo. And this demo is going to show the starting world and then 4 other worlds to actually come and play. But this here world is a small ocean world. That's why they have the separate name for this for the ocean worlds on there for this Eden Crafters on there. And the gimmick on this one is the ocean is that you're on this big island right here, and then there's a small one over there. But it's just a big, huge tidal wave that comes in there and destroys all your solar panels and all your windmills, all your power things on there. So anything that produces power gets destroyed, and you got to rebuild it. But yeah, when you first start this game, it looks like Planet Crafter. They even copied the Planet Crafter thing on there. That looks exactly like Planet Crafters, right? But this game has nothing to do with terraforming at all, basically, at the start. Your terraforming includes building this one building right here, which has ground fertility, which you get this cheap looking grass, which is fine, I don't care. It's the demo version basically, and some trees will pop up, and then you got the 100% version, and there is 0 point in actually doing this. There's no terraforming stats in this game. There's no biomass, there's no oxygen, there's no heat and pressure or anything like that, which Planet Crafter had. This is just feeding stuff from the you put water into the greenhouse, you get some biomass stuff, you plug it into there, you get fertilizer on the ground. That's it. It's skipping a whole bunch of Planet Crafter steps. The best parts of Planet Crafter just don't exist in this game. You have your little running around and your little laser to pick up resources. The fun part of this game is you're running around. It looks so much better. You can actually modify the terrain, which you can't do in Planet Crafter. So yeah, it's supposed to be a lot better than that. And then we have our factory part of this game right here. So it looks like Satisfactory too. So we're getting another box checked. So we got our, this is it for this game. We have a miner, an advanced miner, and then we have, a forge and some splitters, and then we have a single parts production thing. This is the single parts you can produce. That's it. There's nothing much going on there. So yeah, we can use the metal, or the metal parts go into like the copper parts, whatever. So that is it after the forge. And then we have the double parts. So yeah, this is it for the double parts. 2 parts go in and 1 part goes out. That is how complex this game is. Not complex whatsoever. And then you stick it into these big warehouses, and the big warehouses, they're huge. Look how big those warehouses are. But they only have 5 inputs. Now there's no outputs in this game, which is kind of nice. I like that warehouse system. You just stick stuff in there, and then you have access to it for all the things you can build in this game, and it automatically gives you access to it. So the building is not going to be a problem. You stick things into the warehouse, and then you have access to it whenever you want to build. It's just getting to those warehouses and building them, because they are quite expensive, to go on there, to get started on there. But it's pretty cheap. Actually, looking back on it, it's pretty cheap. 60 iron plates is not too bad on there. And making some glass on there and some cables. You have to have those resources up and running for your production lines. But you can get away without having that in there. But yeah, it looks nice and fun on there. But yeah, that's all you have on there. You have advanced resources to refine for your refinery. So like 2 forges, 2 parts productions, and 2 advanced miners with the greenhouse thrown in there, and the terraforming, which is nothing. That's cosmetic right now for that 50%, and get water to feed that. So that's just the food production. It's a mine for fertilizer stuff, right? It's just machines for another production line. But yeah, the conveyor belt speed doesn't matter whatsoever at this point. Containers and splitters, and that is it for that. And the power in this game is wind turbines and some solar panels. That is it. Not much going on there. Cosmetic bed, cosmetic kitchen. I was like, what are these going to do? Are they going to? I can cook some food or something? Is it going to matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's just cosmetic. It doesn't do anything. We got our little workbenches and assembly benches, which you use to actually make your parts in the indoor plant grower, and so that grows plants indoors. And not very much. Obviously, you can't actually have a production line with that inside a building or anything like that. Then we have our other cosmetic buildings on there. So you can build like Minecraft. We've got lots of different shapes. Building blocks like Minecraft, but with shapes. So yeah, we can build lots of stuff on there. We got glass and things like that. We're just checking all the boxes. Another box you can check is a drone. So you can fly around with your drone and start putting these buildings down, because they are very big. Very big on the buildings. Like, look how big these T2 warehouses are on there. And it will modify the terrain for you. So if I stuck this up there, all the terrain would get leveled off and stuff like that. So if I did that, there we go. I could build it from there, and I'll start leveling off that terrain, just cut right into the mountain. And then I could just do the delete it. I can disassemble it, and then all the terrain is leveled. It's a nice cheap way to do that. But we have steamrollers. This drone is nice. You can see how the clipping doesn't matter in this game. I tried to make my little lines in here actually not clip, but they can clip if you want. But the what I didn't like was the T1 does not actually upgrade into the T2. It's just the T2 is twice as big, so I'd have to rework all this stuff because it's pretty close together on my production lines to get everything into these factories, because I got 5 into that one, 5 into that warehouse. Oh, it dumps you out there. You can't actually access your warehouse when you're in the drone on there to actually see what's inside that warehouse, but we have all those resources in there. And we have our steamroller over there and this big huge rocket. So now we'll go to the point of this game. The point of this game, the tasks on this game for the objectives, is to actually just build an energy cell, build a nuclear energy cell, which is fly over to the other island, grab some uranium off the ground, make it into a bar, and then make an energy cell. That's it. You're done. What the hell is that? That's nothing to do. Or deviate and stop the tidal waves from happening, right? So that's the gimmick for the ocean world. Stop the tidal waves from happening and build this big, huge rocket right here. So nice, big, huge rocket, and then you could do that, and then it levels out the terrain. Nice things. I just built it over top of the water, levels that up there. I'll go to the rocket site. Come on, click on there, rocket launch pad, and build a rocket. So I have all those resources already, and then bam, build a rocket. Yeah. We're not overcompensating for how big this is, right? We really need a launch pad that is this huge. We really need something this huge in this game. Come on. That is just like very ridiculous. It's like driving a pickup truck in the city when you don't have anything in there. You're not a farmer. Get the fuck out of here. But anyways, yeah, just seriously overcompensating on the hugeness of these buildings to make it look nice. So yeah, at the end of the day, this game, free for the demo version, it's not bad. It's not bad. It's 6 hours of content. It's interesting enough to play and check out there. But as for difficulty, it's like 0 difficulty. It's way too easy, not complicated whatsoever on that department on there. Terraforming is 0. It's cosmetic grass and stuff on there. There's no stats, so I can't tell if the full version is actually terraforming is actually going to matter. But they're trying to make it look like Planet Crafter. Now the multiplayer box. Of course, they made this game for multiplayer. Everybody who's checking boxes makes their game for multiplayer. What the fuck is I going to do with a friend in this game? Hey buddy, you gonna come over here? You do the production line for copper and I'll do one for iron. Then there's that. Oh, you can run the steamroller and make everything flat while I build stuff, because I can't do that on my own because it's too hard for me. Yeah, what the hell ever. It's just not for me. Maybe some people like it, but you're making a game and the box that you're trying to check and make it first is for multiplayer. That's like making the game for the 10%. Well, I'm making a game for the 10%. This is like a Disney movie all over again for this thing. We're checking all the boxes on here. Multiplayer box. We'll make it for multiplayer. We're going to focus it on for the minority. So yeah, the minority gets to win on this game and make it for multiplayer. So we have that. And now our rocket is launching. This doesn't take too long. So yeah, we can see this little cutscene going on there, see the little factories going on. But yeah, terraforming, there's none. It's supposed to be like Planet Crafter, but there's not really much going on in that terraforming department. The factory building is basic and simple. You can see it. It's just adding a whole bunch of production lines in a splitter. And then you stick it into the warehouse, and then you can build wherever you want. So the tidal wave happens, and all your power stations get destroyed, rebuild them. Since you can build it without much of a problem. I can't build them right now. This will be over in a second. You got a daytime and nighttime cycle. Sure, the full version's going to have more worlds. It's just going to be like this, but bigger. And maybe it's just going to be the same resources spread out all over the place. Maybe they're just going to add 1 or 2 more parts. Maybe they're not even going to have all 4 of those worlds open and just do 2 of them. So when they actually have the full version out there, they're going to have like 2 different worlds to play after this little demo world, basically, right? So this was like nothing sauce. This is like basically a long glorified tutorial. At the end of the day, tutorial, very simple, very easy. We're checking the Minecraft boxes for builders. So we got the builders, the multiplayer, the people that want to have want to play Planet Crafter and have actual real terraforming. Well, they're going to be disappointed as hell. I already know somebody who says, hey, well, what's terraforming like? Well, there is none. It's cosmetic. There's no stats. There's no terraforming. Well, I'm not going to play this game then because there's nothing going on there. It's just the simple, basic factory building, and that is it. And then it's just all like gimmicks at the end of the day. Well, it's nice gimmicks for having. It's not. I like that. It's a nice gimmick to have. Having this little drone on there and the warehouses and stuff like that is nice. But yeah, the free airship they give you and the gimmick on that is just fly this around. That's nice. It's It's good for advertising. Can you go up? I'm pressing up on there. Go up. God damn it. Fly up. Stop moving forward. You can press W once and it's going everywhere. So yeah, you can fly around on here, do nothing. There's nothing going on with the fall damage either in this game. We just fall down to our heart's content. There's our health. Eat some food, why not? Bam, nothing for fall damage. We just have that minimum inventory space for battery packs and oxygen and energy, and that's it. Build menu in the simple damn task. Very basic, very simple. That's why I said it's like 6 to 8 hours of content, and you're done with no replayability. But for the demo to check it out there, yeah, 6 out of 10 to check it out there. But to play it again, nah. Full version depends on the price tag, right? Free. This is good. This is a 6 out of 10 for free. But for paying for it, no, I'm not going to pay $20 to play something for 6 hours and then be done and not be able to come back to it. It needs actual real content, and that all depends on what's going to happen on the full version and the price tag. But I can tell you right now, if this is over $20, even 4 worlds for $20 might not be worth it, because this is just glorified scenarios, and it all depends on what they can actually do with terraforming on this game. Because right now it doesn't matter, and there's no indication that it will matter at the end of the day, because you can just right off the bat you can build like greenhouses and terraform the ground to 100%. That's nothing. That's no fun. That's no fun whatsoever. And the factory building is so basic and so basic and lame at the end of the day. Like just 2 factory things going on there. That's it. It's just 1 production line, and that's it. And you don't have to worry about anything to do with these stupid little things right there. Clipping doesn't matter. It doesn't stop production. You don't have to worry about being complex or precise in any way. You can be as sloppy as you want, and everything will work out just fine because it's easy mode, right? Maybe this game has a checkbox for the mentally challenged. I don't know. Who knows? Yeah, it feels like a Disney game gone wrong. Basically, checking all the boxes. Full version, who knows what they're actually going to have. So make sure you check what their content is going to be in their patch notes for that stuff, and see if they actually have terraforming stats. See if it matters. See what they're going to do for their different production buildings and their production lines. Like if they go on there and you see nothing upgraded on conveyor belts on the full version, then the factory building stops right there. They're just going to add 1 or 2 more components on there to actually build on these machines, and that's it. Maybe they'll add a different terraforming machine on there to add down there. Maybe they'll add a level 3 on there for 3 parts going on there. That might help it out. But yeah, it all depends what you can see in the updates for the patch notes, if this game is actually going to be decent for a long-term gameplay. But if I'm playing this map over again on just doing the same thing on a different world with a bigger map and resources are spread out and it's the same thing over and over again, well then that's going to be like a 5 out of 10 for me. If that's what it's going to be. But I don't know what the full version is going to be. We'll wait and see what the full version is. But it could go down to like a 5 out of 10, and this game should only be worth $10 at that point. Is it going to be worth $20? What is the price tag going to be? Like $30? Like if it's worth $30, then no. Like there's a point where your money has to be worthwhile for the content that you get, and the content right now is 6 hours. Adding a new world is adding another scenario that's going to make it last like 8 hours or 10 hours, and you're done and not have any point and come back to it. No, is there? I don't think so. Unless they can actually fundamentally change this way this game is done. But the terraforming looks like it's not going to happen, in my opinion. I hope I'm wrong. Hopefully they actually can do something with terraforming to make it worthwhile and not just a cheap experience. Right now it's a cheap experience, just like the factory building is a cheap experience. So it's just a cheap something fun to do for a couple hours right now. So yeah, that's why the demo gets 6 out of 10. The full version, we'll wait and see on that one there. But yeah, check out my review on that one there when that happens, or just check out the patch notes and see for yourself. But that's it for today. Thanks for watching, and I will see you later.